Okay, so we just went and continue this quest line, basically. Talk to Cynthia, got the medicine. And I kind of forgot that not only do you have to go ahead and fight this guy again, and fight Barry before going to the next gym, you have to go all the way up to Celestic Town. I completely forgot about that trip, which is insane. Like, no wonder it's a 6-level gap, and no wonder you are always over-leveled as well, because this is a massive amount of extra stuff you have to do just before you fight this gym. Insane. Anyways, though, on a different note, with us needing to go up here now, we do need to get to Fog. I'm going to go ahead and run real quick and grab that, because we do not have that TM yet. We're going to start heading up here. I'll let you know if anything happens. One thing, by the way, that we are going to go ahead and do, just while we are getting the Fog TM over here in the Safari Zone, is catch our Pokemon in this zone. I know that some people go ahead and split them into the 6 predetermined zones, but honestly, I don't really care enough. I'm just going to go ahead and catch a single Pokemon here and then leave. So we're going to go ahead and see which one that is. It is a friendly Croagunk. So hopefully we can just throw balls at it. If it escapes, oh well. I'm honestly not terribly worried about catching something here. Yeah. This was an attempt, since we already were going to be here to go ahead and get the TM anyways. So anyways, now we're going to go back up to Celestic Town. By the way, we cannot fly. That is one thing I have figured out. The Power Flight, I think, is probably unlocked from Hearthome itself. So we do sadly need to run probably up near the swamp. So actually I'm going to go ahead and clear out those trainers as well, which will put us very high above the next gym at that point. Like, I'm imagining 38, 39 when we fight Fantina. If not even 40. But anyways, that's basically all it for now. See you guys in a bit. We are going to real quick go ahead and actually catch our encounter here as well. I don't know what kind of Pokemon we have the ability to get, but just while we're going through here real quick, we cannot catch that, we already have one. We're going to go ahead and try at the very least to go ahead and catch something here. Okay, so here is finally on this route the new Pokemon that we can go ahead and catch. It is a good old Wooper boy. Now, Wooper is not going to be great for us, seeing as we already have a Shellos in the bank, and we already have a Floatzel currently. So it's not going to be super useful, but once again, it is more fodder, basically. Your name will be... What should your name be? Whoopee or Elden Ring? Let's go with Elden Ring. Elden Ring E. You know, we can't stray from the naming scheme, of course. Send to the box, where you will most likely stay for quite a while. And with that encounter done, I think we have one more encounter, since this route is split up into 2 sections here. We have this one, and no, that's still 212. So yes, that is the one encounter here. So the next one will be on 210. Oh no, that's still 210. The next one will be on that's all 210? All 210. Never mind, the next thing will be Celestic Town. I'll see you then. I wish I had my encounter still, because this would have been an amazing find. But sadly, this uses the one that we used for the Ponyta. Chansey is a very nice Pokemon to get, though, in Nuzlocke, since it is a very, very tanky Pokemon. Only against Special, of course, but if you play around it correctly, then that doesn't really matter usually. But now, with that, we have now gotten... Oh, hello, Cyrus. We've now gotten the ability to surf over stuff, so we're going to go very quickly back to Gloria City, because there's a TM over there that we would like to get, I think, for Poison Jab? But after that, we are now going back to the Ghost Gym. Now, as far as I know, we still can't fly. I think that is probably a power you obtain from defeating Fantina. So we do get to run all the way back there, which is very fun. But before we do that, we are going to go over here real quick. And since this is a new route, and I think from a new route from the other side as well, but I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, check real quick to make sure that is true. This is route. Never mind, it's route 211. I love connecting routes. So never mind, we're not going to do this then, because routes don't make any sense to me. Is this just all 216? No, 217. See, like, this makes sense. Like, why? Why, though? Regardless, I don't know how many times I've actually messed up before. That's a different route. What? Whatever. Whatever. Okay, regardless, we cannot apparently go ahead and do anything here other than fight the trainers. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and fight the trainers. And I'll start heading down to Hearthome City. I can probably go down here first and then go do this stuff. You're going to go down to Hearthome City after fighting these trainers. Defeat the gym. Go down here and click the item and then probably call it there. For this session at the very least. Okay, so Shelly now has the ability to learn Synthesis. Which is a move which we might want to go ahead and get. If we do, we will go ahead and replace Leech Seed with it. Or we'll go ahead and replace Leech Seed with Synthesis. I'm not exactly sure though, right? Because Leech Seed obviously does not have full accuracy. But you can put it on a Pokemon and start setting up with a different Pokemon such as, I don't know, Gastrodon, right? So at that point we'd have Leech Seed plus Gastrodon self-healing plus anything that Gastrodon wants to set up with. Now, how possible is that really? I don't know. At the same time, how possible is Synthesis on especially a slow Pokemon? Now, it's a tanky Pokemon, right? It does have decent stuff with that. I think it is an Adamant as well. Not that that really impacts defense much. But I don't know if really either of these matter a huge amount. Alternatively, which I actually think I might do, is get rid of Curse. This does mean it no longer is a setup Pokemon. But I think that's fine. I don't think we were ever going to use him as a setup Pokemon anyways. So maybe we just give him a lot of moves like this. If anything, the setup I want, it's not Curse. It's if I can get it Iron Defense. I know I can learn Swords Dance technically, but I don't know if I can learn Iron Defense. I'll have to look that one up at some point. Alright, so we are now finally at Fantina, who will be the last gym leader of this session, and should be pretty easy, I hope. We are going to outlevel it a little bit, I think by the same amount that we outleveled the previous gym, which is basically just say 2 to 3. Fantina's highest Pokemon, of course, is level 6, or not level 6, level 36. And I think our highest right now is 39, with most at 38. I'll go ahead and check that real quick though, not that it matters much. And for the most part, actually 39, so around 3-ish, right? So we're just going to hopefully be able to knock out a lot of these Pokemon back to back, because we just have simply more stats than them. Drifblim does not go out without a fight, however. We probably will see a... No! I expected to honestly see anything else other than Hex. But that's fine. Hyper Potion gets used. That is actually good for us. The more Hyper Potions that are used now, less odds they are going to use later. Fantina might be the first gym leader to start the tradition of using 2 potions. I'm not sure. We will see right now. Yes, which actually means now that both potions are completely gone for basically nothing accomplished, which is fantastic for us. Now, Drifblim does have Aftermath, which we do have to kind of acknowledge, I guess, as an ability. Is Aftermath an ability that only triggers, though, on physical contact? I think it might be. Let's see if we take damage here. I think it's only physical contact, though. But we didn't use Bite there. Now, we do have a Gengar coming up now. Who knows? Shadow Claw, Sludge Bomb, and Dazzling Gleam. None of those are super effective. That's Timid, which I think is plus speed, and a Berry that probably reduces damage from something. I don't care. I think Psychic. But basically, the thing that matters the most here is the fact that are we able to survive one hit? And I think the answer to that is yes. I think we can survive one hit to get off a Bite. The Clover is actually a Bite Berry instead. So this will very likely not kill. That's fine. First Bite disabled. That's fine. I'm gonna switch out anyways after this upcoming move. It's going for a Sludge Bomb. We should live that. We do. Not easily, of course, but we do live it. So I think if we does Dazzling Gleam, this is fine. I think we always go Batty here. And it's always kind of fine. Because it's very likely to go for another Sludge Bomb, I think. So we're going to take very little damage from that, since we do have a Resist going. Did more than I would have liked it to. That's a crit. Okay, that's fine. With that, actually, I'm going to go ahead and roost. I'm going to go ahead and test the waters here for a Shadow Claw, because that is what we're going to go ahead and get now. The Shadow Claw. I have to assume at least, because that's no. We get another Sludge Bomb. That's completely fine then. I'm going to go ahead and switch off with an Air Cutter. This likely won't. Well, it might kill. Probably won't though. Yeah, Gengar is not an Alakazam. It's not that squishy. You do get Confuse Ray now going up though, which is potentially an issue. We're going to go ahead and try and Air Cutter through this though. If we get hit once, we're probably fine. Okay, cool. We go through this, and now the last Pokemon's down. Air Cutter's gone. That probably means we should switch out now. That last Pokemon has Confuse Ray, Phantom Force, Magical Leaf, and Dazzling Gleam. Leaf doesn't do anything, Gleam doesn't do anything. Phantom Force is kind of an issue, but that also means that we know for a fact, we're already confused, that Miss Magius is going for a Phantom Force attack. Which means that we can go ahead and switch out easily into Licky Licky. So there's no universe where Miss Magius uses any other attack here. None. So we're going to see Phantom Force here. Yep. We are hoping that we are now slower than Miss Magius, so that now our Ice Beam can land. Which we are. Does not affect us. We will now not see a Phantom Force. Likely not see, that doesn't do much. Likely not see a Magical Leaf. We're now probably expecting to see a Dazzling Gleam, which honestly I think I'll just take those. I don't think he can really harm us at this point. No, yeah, we just win this at this point, I think. Licky Licky is just such an absolute tank that we can just keep going here. Even if we don't get a freeze, I think we're kind of fine. Like, even if he crits, I think we're kind of fine. Yeah, Licky Licky's defense is just very nice. One more should do it now, I think. Will this Omega crit somehow? No. I think that is the 5th gym. Now done. Very nice. Now this is done. Oh, got Spidey as well. Got some old 40s coming up. The next gym level cap is 39, by the way. So, already over it. That's always fun. But that is, as I said before, and when I said starting this series, that is just how the mid-game of BDSP goes. You just simply overlevel everything until the Elite Four. In which case the Elite Four actually does then catch up back to you. So you actually are the correct level to fight the Elite Four, which is kind of nice. He's got Shadow Claw. I don't think anyone wants Shadow Claw. We'll go ahead and check real quick. But the last thing we're going to do in this session is go over to the swamp again. And we're going to go ahead and get Poison Jab. I think it's Poison Jab. We should learn Surf. Surf is definitely a good move to learn. I'm going to go ahead and replace Brine with it, because Brine is pretty trash. I don't know what the other move... I think the other move is what? What, Strength? Psych Up. Yeah, I don't care about that. We don't have anything I can even learn the other one, so we're good. I will see you guys down at the CM. And that'll be the last event. Overall, though, we have gotten pretty good progress done in this session. 3 gyms. Not a lot of events other than the gyms. I mean, there's a rival fight as well, right? The rival fight did technically exist. But do we learn the ability to fly? I assume so. I assume we can finally fly. I hope we can finally fly. If we can't, then I actually think we might have missed it somewhere along the way. We'll need to go ahead and find out where we missed it. But I think... I wasn't paying a huge attention to it. I think that's Fantina. I looked it up, by the way, and fly is not from this gym. We actually should have gotten fly like I assumed we would a long time ago. But because after the battle in Hearthhome, not Hearthhome, the big town there with the Poké department, we defeated the goons outside, but we never actually went inside because we don't have the key yet. But should have went inside because that is where you find the TM for fly. So we could have got this entire time, but we decided not to because we're dumb. That's lazy. We're gonna head back and get that. Then we're gonna go ahead and down to get Poison Jab.